This is Björn Jensen of Dawn of Demise, and you're listening to The Ritual with Lady Death on Metal Messiah Radio.
Hello everybody, this is Lady Death and you are listening to The Ritual on Metal Messiah Radio. Today the bassist of the Danish death metal band Dawn of Demise, Björn Jensen, is joining us to talk about the band, their news and more. First of all, let me thank you for giving us a bit of your time, Björn, and welcome to my show.
Oh, thank you, it's my pleasure.
So, the band was formed back in 2003-2004 in Denmark. You are one of the founder remaining members. Give me a brief history about the band, please.
Yeah, we started in 2003 and 2004, and Martin and I, we basically started the band because we couldn't find any singer for our old band, which was like a thrash band, not a death metal band like Dawn of Demise, but suddenly one day we just grew tired of not being able to find a singer, so what we did was we sat down and decided to write some death metal songs because I've always been a fan of death metal music. Yeah. And Martin liked a few bands. So what we did was we sat down together one day and we wrote a few riffs and a few songs, and we got a drummer, we got a guitarist, and we asked my big brother Scott if he wanted to come out of retirement to start a death metal band with us, and that's basically what happened. So it's Martin and I and Scott and the members have, changed through the years. But the three of us are still, going strong.
Yeah, so as you said, you, Scott, and Martin have been together since the start. We see lots of bands struggling with having a constant lineup nowadays. How did you make it through during these 12 years?
Lineup consistency is very important for some bands, but for Dawn of Demise, we've changed. This is our fourth drummer, and we've had several guitarists as well. But we've been kind of lucky with our members. We've played with good musicians, and we haven't really had any troubles. When we lost a member or we threw members out of the band, we were always able to find good new musicians and good new friends. So basically, consistency is important, and we really feel it is very important, but we've been lucky that we could still keep it going, although it didn't work out with a handful of members.
So I firstly heard Rejoice and Vengeance song. It blew me away and couldn't stop listening to your music. How can you describe your music in general and particularly your latest album, Rejoice and Vengeance, that was released back in 2012, for the ones who didn't check it out yet?
Okay, basically what Dawn of Demise is, nowadays a lot of newer death metal bands, it's maybe wrong to use the word newer, but in death metal nowadays it's become so popular to play very fast or very technical, and just, that's not what we're about. We're about writing good songs, good riffs. We're about writing catchy songs instead of just going all the time. What we want to do is, write good songs and good riffs that people can remember and people can relate to, and people think like groovy songs and heavy songs. Some songs are fast and all that. But basically what Dawn of Demise is, if you want to put a label on it, it's like I would say US style death metal with a lot of inspiration drawn from the East Coast of America. Bands from New York like Suffocation, Pyrexia, Internal Bleeding, Dehumanized, and so on. So we're basically just a heavy death metal band that has a lot of East Coast US influences. And we also dig some slam bands and so on. But simple heavy death metal that doesn't focus on speed. And our latest album is probably our most death metal album. And our next album will be kind of similar to that. We were still a death metal band, but we tried out different things. But to be honest, we like death metal more than the other things. So now we're just straight on death metal, but still heavy and groovy. So if you're not into super speed or super technicality, you should check out our band.
Yeah. So are you still signed with Unique Leaders, or you are looking for a new label?
Oh, we are still signed with Unique Leader. We first released a few albums on Deep Set Records from Massachusetts, and then we chose to sign with Unique Leader, California. We've released one album with Unique Leader, and what we've basically done with that deal is we've signed for 3 albums, so you can expect 2 more albums at least on Unique Leader.
All right. Mostly in your music, we find a huge Suffocation, Dying Fetus influences. On your EP Lacerated, that was released back in 2009, we can find an Obituary cover and an At the Gate cover next to a Suffocation cover. Bands usually prefer to perform maybe a cover live on a stage and not to record one. How come you recorded 3 covers on the same EP?
I actually can't explain why we did that, because if you ask me, that was a stupid thing to do. If we should have done like 3 or 4 of our own songs and maybe 1 cover, but it just ended out in a silly way doing 3 covers. Of course, the Suffocation cover is self-explanatory because we love Suffocation, and we also actually really love Obituary. So, but still, we should only have done 1 cover. The At the Gates thing, not that of course I like At the Gates, but we shouldn't have done that because that's not really a song that fits Dawn of Demise. We should have done 1 Suffocation and maybe 3 or 4 of our own songs. So that EP is kind of a strange thing, and I don't know why it happened the way it did, but it did.
But I like them.
Yeah, good. Thank you very much.
Our time for under the pressure to the wall.
Jensen of Dawn of Demise, and you're listening to The Ritual with Lady Death on Metal Messiah Radio.
Did you ever think of having a guest musician on your albums?
Yeah, and we actually have guest musicians on basically all of our albums. On our first album, we have from two Danish bands, Coldborn and Hatesphere. We have guest singers, and on A Force Unstoppable, we have the lead guitarist from a band called Invocator, and he's in another band called The Arcane Order. He does a solo on that album. And on Rejoicing Vengeance, we have Frank Riley, who used to be the singer in Internal Bleeding back in the day, Internal Bleeding from New York. So we have actually used guest musicians several times, but not on the next album that's coming out.
Yeah. It has been 4 years since you released Rejoicing Vengeance. Are you working on a new album?
We're not just working on a new album. The new album's actually finished and will be released this summer. In July, I think it'll be out. We don't know the exact date, but like early July or mid-July, the new album will be out.
That's nice.
Yeah, the cover and everything is finished. Everything's finished.
That's awesome. Can't wait. So you have an upcoming tour, or you're doing a few shows now in April, no? I read about it.
April and May, we're doing like 5-6 shows in Denmark. We're doing with us and a few other Danish bands, and we're doing one where we are opening for a Danish band called Ildesbold.
Yeah.
And we'll maybe this summer we're going to play a show with a bigger band, but we're not sure if that's going on. So I can't tell you for sure if we will be doing that.
Yeah.
And also in Denmark as well, later this year, November, December, we'll be playing shows as well.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get to go to Germany or Sweden, France, Italy, and so on, because those countries are so close. We should do it. We're just too lazy.
Yeah, so are you from those musicians who say the metal scene is dying nowadays? And are you facing any problems over there regarding the scene in your village or city?
No, actually, if you ask me, it's not the scene that is dying. It's because people still go to shows and so on, but maybe they used to go to shows more back in the day than they do now. But basically, if you ask me, and I'm just old and angry, and that's it. But all this downloading and Spotify and all that, it's just kind of killing music.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. Back in the day, people, bands could sell albums, they could get good promotion, go on tours and all that. But nowadays, it's like I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's more difficult now because of all the Spotify and downloading and all that. So don't get me going on that subject, because I believe people should buy the product instead of just downloading or paying a small amount to Spotify and just listen to free music all the time. Yeah.
So since you're an old metalhead, and it is sad nowadays to see like a lot of crap metal waves, the new metal waves are spreading very fast, and most of the good ones aren't noticeable. So what can you say to the new metal generation?
Again, with all those new metal waves, like you mean like new metal or metalcore and deathcore and all that that's going on?
Yeah.
That's just what happens, with recording in the studio being so much easier, and you don't have to pay lots of money to release things and all that, it opens up for a lot of not very good genres or bands to come out, and new waves of metal music happen all the time, and basically, I think the more bands, the merrier, but doesn't mean I listen to it.
Yeah, well, it really pisses me off. Like when I see some, 18 years old guy listening to some new metal and saying I'm the poser and he's the right, he listens to the right metal. So it really pisses me off to see that. And you can't really get them on the right way to listen to the really nice music.
Yeah, well, it's just stupid young people, The good taste comes with age, and one day they'll realize that death metal music from the beginning of the 90s is better than all the crap they're listening to now.
I hope so.
And they will.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.
This is Björn Jensen of Dawn of Demise, and you're listening to The Ritual with Lady Death on Metal Messiah Radio.
So what about the tips for the bassists, especially for the beginners?
They should go online and find them, and not for me, because I have too many bad habits. So I could give them tips I should have done myself. Listen to a lot of music, practice a lot, and practice after metronome, and play along to songs, and train your ears to be able to hear music. That's about it. I've never done it myself, but I wish I did.
So anything you would like to add?
Anything I would like to add? Death metal rules. Check out my band, Dawn of Demise. The last album is Rejoice and Vengeance, and we've done a few before that. And a new album will be out late summer, and the title will be The Suffering.
That's
nice.
And
to the people of Lebanon, if anybody's listening, listen to what Lady Death says, listen to death metal and not all the crappy metalcore and all that. Yeah, that's about it.